Welcome to the Market Rundown. I'm Matt Bennett, Grain Marketing Consultant with Channel. This is a special edition for the Market Rundown. We want to go over 3 points that I think are very important for us to consider. First of all, as you can see, this cornfield, is pretty tall. I mean, first thing I want to talk about is the state of the cornfield. Second thing I want to talk about is today's situation. As you can see, it's a little bit stressed. And then the third thing I want to go over is, hey, how does it impact us? What do we need to be thinking about from a marketing perspective? So first of all, this cornfield was planted around the 22nd of April. We were able to get in the field a little bit later than what we wanted, but once we were able to go, conditions were perfect. This field had perfect uniform emergence. This is black, flat land right here in Shelby County, here in Illinois. And I'll tell you what, we planted 37,000 kernels, and we actually had 37,000 come up. So very happy with the way that the uniform emergence came up. The other thing that I was extremely happy with up until the last few days is just the beauty of this field. Great color. Everything really looked excellent so far. Now, yes, this corn is pretty much chest high on me. I'm 6'2", and so obviously this corn is fairly far along. And certainly the second point is we want to talk about the stress a little bit. The stress has come on late enough that I feel like we've set the ear size here. Now, I'm no agronomist, but my personal experience as a farmer, I've been farming since since I got out of high school, farmed through college, and my personal experience is that once we get the ear size set, a little bit of stress isn't necessarily a terrible thing. This crop is certainly rooting down. As we speak, it's 95 degrees out here, so it's supposed to top out today in the upper 90s. Same thing over the next couple 3 days. We're lucky we're catching this crop today. It doesn't look horrific, but by all means, as you can see, we're rolling this today. It's trying to protect itself, but my personal thought is that even though we're rolling, even though it doesn't look the worst, there's still a heck of a lot of potential for this crop. So yes, the crop's stressed, but if I would get quite a bit of rain sometime here by pollination, or if I would just get a rain to string me along, I feel strongly that these genetics that we continue to plant that get better and better every year are going to be able to perform and perform well. So this crop has the potential, even though it looks rough today, of being an awfully good crop. Now, the forecast is certainly not one that I want to even look at this stage of the game. It's hot and dry over the next couple weeks. Some of the forecasters are calling for a 30-day forecast of hot and dry for most of the I-states into Nebraska. Yes, there's been a lot of issues here to start, but the bottom line for me, is that we still have potential. The forecast can change tomorrow. We're all well aware of that. So the third point, I believe, is probably our most important point. You take all this and factor it in. What do we do with this information? I mean, yes, potential's phenomenal, but as we saw in 2012, potential was phenomenal in 2012, and then the crop went to you-know-what in a handbasket. It happened quickly. We weren't able to get rain over the rest of the summer, and then you come in here in my part of the world, we actually had a hurricane in early August that came up from the Gulf, and guess what? The bean crop was saved, but the corn crop wasn't. So you might ask yourself, hey, should I sell too much of my corn? Should I get really aggressive on physical sales? Heck, Matt, we're looking at $7 plus corn in a lot of places. Obviously, cash corn is significantly higher than that. And so you're very tempted to step forward here and sell a whole lot of corn. Because the last several years, it's worked well to use the volatility that you get in the middle of a summer weather market, take that volatility and sell it, and then 9 times out of 10 here the last several years, what we've seen is that the market ends up falling because we get the rain that we needed all along. So here's what I'm going to tell you as far as marketing goes. The potential's here, but I'm a little bit concerned about the weather. With that being said, we have to stay flexible. We've talked in the channel newsletter about how the best thing that we can possibly do is to mitigate as much risk as we possibly can by putting a floor in place and getting some bushels sold on the physical basis. A lot of this has to do with crop insurance, but I know most of you are buying crop insurance. If that's the case, you've got insured bushels. So I do want to get sales in place. In conjunction, I want to have some floors under this market. Now, with the sales I have in place, Looking at the crop today, if I stay like this for that next month, as some forecasters are calling for, I sure better have some sort of upside coverage to cover the sales that I've already made. So I don't want to have more than 30-35% personally. Everyone, it's each their own, but 30-35% on physical sales sounds good to me. I want to cover all those sales is how I'm personally looking at it. So once again, this has been Matt Bennett with the Market Rundown. I'm going to talk about the 3 points real quick. First of all, this crop came out of the ground, had phenomenal potential. Second of all, it's stressed today, no question about it. And with the forecast, it's a little concerning, but third of all, there's still excellent potential, and the marketing plan has to be catered to what you're seeing currently. You have to be cautious as to get in a situation where you get overloaded on one side or another, so stay nimble in your marketing plan. So if you have any questions, feel free to go to the bottom of this video and post those questions, or go to the channel website, look up the marketing newsletter. You can sign up for it there, and then gives you an opportunity to find my contact info and be able to get a hold of me. So once again, it's Matt Bennett with the Market Rundown. Thanks for joining us.